Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Marvel Studios Black Panther Wakanda Forever Black Panther War on the Water. It is set number 76214, comes with 545 pieces, and is rated ages 8 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $89.99 and in Canada for $119.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now first things first, of course, you have the Black Panther Wakanda Forever logo right in the top left corner. You of course have the set right front and center with our characters. You get 5 minifigures in the set, and you have the main characters from the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie on the side there. Of course, as you can see, I purchased this set while it was on sale. It has gone back up to its regular retail price, but I got it for $95.99, 96 Canadian dollars, and that leads me to believe it's already going to be retiring soon. It wouldn't surprise me if it's already out of production, meaning that they won't be making more of these sets, and that whatever's left on shelves is what they have and online, and once that's gone, the set will no longer be available. So keep that in mind if this is a set you want, if you're a big fan of Black Panther. Now the back of the box has more of the features of the set, as you can see, as you have the characters on the ship itself, and you have the characters in Lego form, which is something that I really like that Lego does, is they have the regular sort of human characters on the front, and then on the back they'll show them in Lego forms. Of course you have M'Baku, you got Nakia, Okoye, and Shuri right there, which is pretty nice. And then you have these sort of drone ships sort of patrolling for the Wakandans. And then some of the other play features of the set, having a little prison cell to place Namor, etc. Quickly taking a look at the manual. Of course, as you can see, it is the rendered image, which on this set I think it looks very bad. Like, some of the rendered images sometimes don't come out as poorly as others. This one I think just looks awful. It doesn't take away anything from the building process, but at the end of the day, it is a decreased quality of what we used to get with the manuals, so I just feel that's notable. And lastly, before we get into the set and minifigures, I figured I'd show off the extra pieces that you're left with. As you can see, you're left with some nice sort of tool parts, as you can see, some nice studs as well. And then, of course, I also placed, I believe this is Ironheart's face, or hairpiece, that you get, as you do have the hairpiece for her character, Riri Williams' hairpiece. Her name escaped me for a second there. So that's nice, of course. Now before we get into the minifigure, figure I'd show off the sort of nice little builds you get, these sort of drone ships. As you see, you have the nice sticker detail there. Very simple designs. As you can see, you have some maneuverability of the sort of, I don't know if you'd call these wings, but of course you also have stud shooters. Don't have any studs in them, but you can add them. They were part of the extra pieces, and they would function as usual. And these are just some little builds, I believe, meant to represent, you know, helping Wakanda fight off Namor. So, like I said, you end up with 2 of them, which is pretty nice, but they're both exactly the same, no differences between them. As you can see, got the sticker detail on there as well. If it'll focus to sort of show off the design there. And yeah, that's all there is to these. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have Namor, and overall I think this is a great minifigure. Exactly the same as the ones we got in the other Black Panther sets, so it's not like any different. I mean, he doesn't really change his look throughout the movie, so it makes sense. But overall, it's still a nice minifigure. Definitely got the nice torso down to the belt to the leg printing there. It does have side leg printing, including up above, which is pretty nice to see right here to represent his, you know, sort of Speedo look that he has. Doesn't go to the back, which does make sense. I mean, that would be very difficult for them to print, but great to see that extra detail right there. And then the back printing looks excellent as well. He does have a extra face, which is him being even more serious versus the smirk. And of course, this is a specially designed hairpiece to show his, you know, big ears, which is pretty nice as well. Next up, we have Okoye, who of course has at this point in the film, and this movie came out last November, so it's been a while, so slight spoilers if you haven't seen it, but she has lost her title as general, so she doesn't have the extra, you know, sort of piece to represent that she was the general, which is nice attention to detail. However, in actuality, she is actually in her Midnight Angels outfit, which is a blue outfit with a helmet, allows her to fly and whatnot. So I'm guessing it was a secret kept by Disney, which is why they didn't include it. That's really the only explanation. Of course, if they knew it, I definitely feel like they should have given her the blue Midnight Angels outfit and perhaps left this as AO instead. I definitely feel like this set has a distinct lack of minifigures for its price, which I'll get into a bit later. But for the figure you get, it's okay. It's definitely pretty basic. No leg printing, no arm printing, but good torso print. And obviously, since she is bald, does not have a double-sided face. But still, it's an okay minifigure. Just definitely, based on the source material, is not accurate to what we actually see in the film. Next up, we have M'Baku. And overall, this is another pretty good minifigure, I gotta say. He's got his sort of staff here to sort of beat the Atlanteans. Of course, they are not called Atlanteans as they didn't want to compete with Aquaman, but that is sort of what they're based on. And great torso print, but again, no arm or leg printing. It's not the bare arms. I definitely feel like he should have a slightly different outfit than what we got here. But next up, we have Shuri, or Black Panther, but obviously at this point it is now Shuri. And overall, pretty nice Black Panther minifigure. Looks pretty darn good. It has the extra, this gray is meant to represent, not being there, to represent that it's a female character. That's how they sort of represent it, rather than creating a special mold for it. But overall, it's got some nice printing on the back there. No arm or leg printing, which is probably my biggest gripe, is I definitely feel like they could have definitely on this minifigure. I mean, they do on some of the other characters, specifically Namor and Ironheart, and I feel like this one definitely could have had extra printing there. Now you do get her hairpiece, or extra face print and hairpiece, as you can see, which is pretty nice. You do have an extra face print of her being just a smile versus her being like grinning, which is sort of interesting since she does get a little bit violent, and I feel is like more actiony, sort of like I definitely feel like they could have done a different face print rather than having basically two smiles. But overall, still a pretty nice minifigure there. And lastly, we have what is undoubtedly the best minifigure included in the set. We have the Ironheart Mark II armor. Of course, there was Ironheart Mark I, which was just made out of a bunch of straps. This is using Wakandan technology, apologies there, to build a superior suit. And overall, it looks absolutely fabulous. Great torso to the belt, to the leg printing, just extra detail there. Looks fantastic. No arm printing. And then you have this sort of like jetpack sort of propellers that she has. And then as you can see, her face print there, looking pretty nice. She does have a double side face, again, both being smiley rather than having any sort of real differences. As I showed in the extra pieces, she does have a hairpiece, which looks like this when you place it on her character. And then taking off the jetpack and headpiece to reveal the back printing reveals this, looking very nice. Now taking a look at the actual Wakandan ship, and I gotta say, overall, it's quite disappointing. Now, obviously, this ship is meant to be like 10 times the regular size of what we see here, and obviously LEGO wasn't going to do that, but I definitely feel, A, they could have made this set a lot bigger than they did, and B, I definitely feel like the set is missing a significant number of minifigures, specifically enemies to like fight with. Like, all you get for villains in the set is Namor. The rest are all, Wakandans or people helping Wakanda, and I just feel like it really hurts the set that we really only got 3 villains in this whole Black Panther Wakanda Forever wave, as they reused them, being Namor, and then I can't remember the other 2 characters' names, but they were exactly the same. I believe they were used in multiple sets together, and it's just disappointing that they didn't just give us generic ones to fight with Wakanda. And I definitely feel like I said they should have included the Okoye Midnight Angels in her blue armor, and then if they wanted this regular, Dora Milaje character, they could have just made it AO. So first things first, you can see you do have these nice sort of stud shooters on the side that you can spin fully 360 degrees on both sides, which is pretty nice. You can see right here it is a ball joint, so you could actually put it inward if you want. You can place it sort of slightly outward, etc., which is pretty nice. Over here you have a nice brick-built fire extinguisher, and then some of the other pieces. You have like an oil thing, some other like tools and whatnot, which is fun, I guess. Lifting up the set, you can see some of the other features. You have the main sort of cockpit area for your characters to pilot this ship, which is nice. I mean, they never really show any of the characters actually driving the vehicle, but with all those controls, I assume that's how it goes. So you can just go like that with M'Baku, and that's basically it. You also have this sort of nice little sort of prison cell. Inside, it's all, you know, there's no studs, so you literally just drop Namor in. You can see him there, and you drop this down, and it's meant to hold them in prison. Obviously, this event never happens in the movie, but I'm okay with them including that feature. You do have the 2 radios on both sides, and then other parts on the other side, or other tools, I should say. And then you have the sort of pretty nice thrusters, I guess, looking pretty cool. And the ship design is fine, but it just, you have these random compartments on the back, nothing to put in them. They're just there. Now, when it comes to the ship itself, you have these black plates on the top, and then mixed in with the gray. I'm pretty sure it is meant to be all black, so sort of weird how they designed it. I don't know. I could be wrong there. I haven't gone back and looked at the source material to see if this is meant to be completely accurate, but from my memory, it was all black, so it being in this color with the black and gray is sort of weird to me, but I could be wrong there. And that is basically it for the play functionality of the set. You have the prison cell, you have these stud shooters on the side, and you can place your characters on board the ship, which is definitely nice to have all these studs, but it just feels very barren, is all it comes down to. I also don't really like that they didn't do anything with these drones, perhaps making them able to be attached somehow, you know, off to the side so you don't lose them. It might just come off as being a little bit petty about this set, I guess, but I feel like this set, being the largest of the wave, is very much thrown together last minute is the best way to put it together. And I definitely feel like if they put more time into this set, it could have been a hell of a lot better than what we got. And yeah, price per piece doesn't really matter. There is some larger pieces, but not enough to justify its exorbitant price tag. You know, coming in at 120 Canadian dollars, 90 American, that's way too much for what you get in this set. And that's why I waited for it to go on sale. I still feel like I probably paid a little bit more than I had to. I waited for it to go double points and then got it on sale, so I sort of double dipped there as I got double points back and then also got it on sale. And that's definitely my best recommendation, unless you can get it even on a better deal, which the United States always does way better deals than what we get in Canada. I mean, you might be able to find this for 80 Canadian dollars or whatnot, but probably not much lower than that unless you find really good clearance. But LEGO never makes it to over 50% clearance, no matter where you are. At least where I live, I haven't seen anything ever get that low. And I felt like this was the best deal at 96 Canadian dollars. This set overall is definitely a victim of its price and lack of minifigures. I feel like even if it was the exact same build and had more minifigures, maybe I would have been more accepting of the set. Feels like this should have had 7 or 8 minifigures, like I said, with a member of Namor's people also helping to fight, if not 2 of them, and then having Okoye in her Midnight Angel's armor, or having Ayo instead of Okoye, as that would have been a little bit more accurate to what we see in the film. Which again, Disney maybe just didn't give LEGO this information, but we don't know that. LEGO never communicates this, so we're left to just assume that they had a bunch of information and chose not to go off of it. So if LEGO starts saying, yeah, we just didn't know this stuff until after the fact, I'd accept that excuse, but LEGO just never communicates with its fans or community. They're really bad at it, and it just hurts the credibility of the company when they don't do that, I feel. Overall, definitely this set was a bit overpriced, and so let me know, did you guys pick up this set, or are you planning to before it retires? Or are you guys planning on passing on it? Let me know your thoughts overall on this set in the comments down below. Please leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.